going on, guys? Bullet with GritShift. Today we're doing a 1 month review on the RTR ETM Pit Bike. We put this thing through the ringer like I've never seen anyone else do with this bike specifically. This is a pre-production bike, so there are things on it that are not production quality, aka plastics and chain and stuff like that. We put this bike through an Arenacross race. Bike literally got ran over by a 110 pit bike. We brought it on 2 motocross tracks. We did a mini like a pit bike race event on it yesterday. We've tried to break this thing. We've even submersed it underwater. Don't do that, please. That will void your warranty. But we've done everything with this bike, and it hasn't skipped a beat yet. Literally, the cluster's still working, throttle's still working. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps going. So we're super happy with this bike. Some of the parts I do want to point out that I think make the biggest difference is it has a removable seat, has a removable battery, has a fully box swing arm, has actual moto suspension. The axles are actually larger size axles than what you would get in a Teleria or Sur-Ron or an E-Ride. Same thing with the swing arm bolt. So this thing is just, it's built for an adult realistically, but a kid could rip this thing too and actually probably be really competitive on this bike. So what our next thing is that we're going to do on this is we're going to do the 14-17 wheel setup, larger battery, motor, controller, more power, probably change the bars up a little bit. We're going to do a full build out on it and see what this bike will do then. So we're going to go over some of the things that we have broke on this and some weak points that we have found on this bike, which again, this is a pre-production bike, so there are some things on this like the plastics that are not production quality. This bike was sent to us for us to test before the production line was actually even finished being produced. So we'll go over that now and show you what we've broken on it. So as you can see, the side shroud we broke, that was pushed in by one of our legs and fork caught it when you turn the wheel, and that just broke off. So that's kind of user error, and also these plastics just aren't as flexible as what the production quality plastics would be. The other thing that we've not necessarily broke, but we've bent the kickstand. That was due to the Arenacross race. The kickstand spring came off when the bike got ran over, and that caused the kickstand to get bent, I guess, when the bike got ran over or something. So we just removed that completely. We slightly bent the rear rim, very, very slightly, not enough to notice or affect riding or anything like that. And that's just probably from casing jumps, I'd presume, because we have tried to jump things bigger than what power allows us to jump. Nothing really, drastic that would stop us from riding, but the front master cylinder brake line, we bent that line inwards a little bit. Gauge cluster bracket, we bent from crashing the bike multiple times. We actually fit 3 people on this thing at the Arenacross event just to get back and forth, and I was sitting on the ignition because I was all the way up front. I just pushed the ignition through the ignition plastic housing and broke that, so we put an on-off switch. But that's the extent of our damage that we've done so far. So I'm thoroughly impressed with how this bike has held up. No complaints here. Just want some bigger wheels and power. Go rip this thing through the deep sugar sand, see how it does. So let's go ride. Alright guys, so that concludes this video, and this is also the end of this RTR's life before we do the transition to bigger wheels, more power, and whatever else we could figure out to do with it to modify it. So this thing in stock form is a very capable bike. I love this thing, but let's see what the aftermarket world can do with this thing. See you guys till next time. Oh, I almost forgot. These are on pre-order still for the next few weeks. Once they're off pre-order, that means that we have them and they will be shipping, so our pre-order sale will be over. So save yourself $300-400 right now, buy them while they're on pre-order. Half of our containers already sold. See you next time.